This is a serious topic. I keep talking about every single time an Asian, mostly an Eastern Asian, and racism and xenophobia happened a lot, and hashtag Stop Asian Hate started because of racism and one of my favorite DJs, Dabin, he decided to speak out about this topic as he is victim of anti-Asian hate crimes. Now, originally came across Tavin's produced music uh, when he was still signed to Seeking Blue. Now he's signed to the dubstep label Cannibal. I don't know who runs that, but DJs like Black Tiger Sex Machine and Sullivan King, yeah, they're on that label too. So, and also Kaiwashi, who worked with Tavin just a few years back, right, right after this incident happened. No, Asians, we work hard just to make a name for ourselves. So whatever your music label name was, so what label you were signed to, or if it's you own your own music. And to get attention, just to gain respect for their own music. They would perform originally in like smaller areas, like a club, and it gets bigger, like at a stadium, and now like a big music festival. We're talking like Tomorrowland, Red Rocks, Lost Lands, Ember Shores, Ultra Music Festival. And there's also other music festivals. And for Asians, yeah, you have to like really be perfect yourself. Like, oh, how yeah, you have to like look like this, dress like this, dance like this, or if you're like a DJ, which aren't actually like DJing in South Korea much. They're all outside. Asian countries. Although DJ Illenium and Tavian did work with Chinese DJs Willem and Korsak on a remix for a song they produced right before Christmas. So there's some, and they are talented too. They'll usually like be like a headliner for like an Asian sector of like a music festival where DJs and singers show up. No, I've been here. He has been making music as long as fellow DJs Elenium, Sad the Sky, and William Black. Are on the same kind of like DJ like genre, like the future based, melodic based, melodic dubstep, which is usually where what they do best. But when the coronavirus pandemic happened, and there was a lot of anti-Asian hate crimes, where anyone who's Chinese or looks Chinese, they were being attacked physically, verbally, and online. And Donald Trump, a United States president, yeah, he was one of those racist presidents who was against Asians and made him making up these racist terms. And it just got worse for the Asian community in the United States. There were people all across Canada that got attacked. Or spat at like one man named Jason. An old white woman. Yeah, she tried to spit uh, at him like yeah, just because he's Asian Canadian. And over in Edmonton and Calgary, Alberta. Yeah, the Chinese people in and brown community, they were both attacked by racists. And even Dabin, he ended up being one of those victims. So here's one Twitter post he made. This is back in 2021. Non-Asians using our culture as their aesthetic, but speaking up about the Asian issues when we need you. Your silence is deafening. Good point. Because people were so focused on Black Lives Matter. Well, not all brown people and black people are victims. Yeah, there are people who are privileged because they were like middle class or they're rich or they were working class, but they worked their way up and they became successful, like Lil Wayne, Denzel Washington, Morgan Freeman, Idris Elba. Well, unfortunately, even though he's like rich because he's a basketball player, LeBron James, he still acts like he's the victim. And you know, at that time when they had everyone get out their smartphones and do a black square. So do this to prove that you're not a racist. So this was just like bait. And while people were supporting like the brown and black community so much, but they never didn't really care about like the support about the Asian community, like and Asian Canadian or Asian American or Asian British or whatever Asian people live because even over in Australia, someone said something offensive to like an Asian man. So yeah, he got payback. because there are racists over in Australia too. And while people are like endorsing like K-pop and K-drama, BTS, Blackpink, it's on everyone's playlist at least, or some form. Some people are they're like obsessed with K-pop Demon Hunters, although that's not even second generation. Actors, actresses, and singers that are all second generation Korean. And it wasn't Asian Korean representation. The King's Warden, that was actual Asian representation because that's the only Korean history that was uncovered for like over 600 years by an evil uncle. Because the young king Nosan, he was 14 when he was exiled, and he was forced to go to this small village. And his history was not known until now. It was finally uncovered. And finally, all the Koreans they're learning about what happened to this teenage king Nosan, who should have been a king, but the uncle who thought he's not worth it because worthy to be king because he's too young. Yeah, just go watch the King's Warden. You'll learn Joseon Dynasty history and Korean history. And Donald Trump, he's attacking the Asian community in the United States, and this is just an even more terrible problem. As if they haven't been attacked during his first term in 2016. He's attacking every single race and even anyone he doesn't like. Post number 2. Another time, someone who worked at an event, I was playing at. So what? Are you Chinese? When I told them I was Korean, he then asked North or South. Oh, yeah, I hate this question. People only ask these racist questions. They don't even bother to just ask like the more respectful questions. So hey, where are you from? And when they say if they say like South mention that if the like if you come across a Korean, they're all South Koreans. Nobody can escape from North Korea because Kim Il Sung Kim Jong Il and Kim Jong Un had made it stricter for any citizens to escape the country. And if you tell if you tell any Korean north or south, that's a racist move. That is racist, and yeah, you should apologize for that. Because me, I've gr- I grew up in elementary, middle, and high school over in here in Canada, and my fellow classmates would always ask this. They would look at my face and they would assume I'm Chinese or Japanese, and no, I'm Korean, and then someone said North or South. I'm like, oh, my God. I'm like, why don't you just freaking shut up? Because they can't even they don't need. Do they even look at a map or something because over in North America, they don't really teach you about other countries or show like a world map. They only show you their country the map, their geography, like what provinces and territories and states. And they would only know of the basic country that only applied to their country. Yeah, they would even add maybe South Korea and Japan on the list, but they don't know where the country exists because yeah, it's just on the history name, but they won't tell you. They don't teach you where it is. It's just easy. Just go on Google Maps and type the country's name, and you'll know where it is. This new generation, they're just so stupid. They don't even know how to read an analog clock anymore. They would rather prefer to just open their smartphone and try to figure out the number. Because they can't differentiate and know what time it is, AM or PM. So don't say this because this is not like a joke. It's just racist. Next post. Dabin in Texas. I'll never forget playing a show in Texas and getting called a chick and go back to my country and having a bottle thrown at me when performing. Okay, people who are thinking they can just call people the C word. They think they could just say that to like a Chinese or a Korean or like or Japanese person, Taiwanese, or any nearby country, because that is like a offensive term. It's just like like calling someone the N word, someone who is black or brown. And if you called someone the C word, especially in a country like China, you would get killed and never heard from your family and friends ever again. You know how racist that is? That's why Asians are brought up to respect their elders, respect others, work hard, to do whatever you want to do as like a job or no. Because in middle school, during like grade 8, I believe it was probably history class. My teacher, she's Chinese. I don't know what Cantonese means, but I know it's like a language like the Chinese people speak. I think. So yeah, my teacher, yeah, she wasn't there at the time, and the supply teacher was there, and this is a guy named Owen. I haven't seen him because he probably switched schools after I called him out. So he thought he could. He was so tough, and yeah, yeah. He he said chink to me, and then yeah, I got up all angry, and I stormed all the way to slamming on the desk, and I left my stuff behind. I went to like the office, and I talked to like the principal and vice principal, and the office lady. That what happened? Yeah, he said this offensive this word. It's I told him that it's offensive as calling like a black or brown person the N word. And then they said, we'll handle it. So my they passed the message to my music slash art slash history teacher. Yeah, yeah, in grade 8, yeah, she taught them all to me. Yeah, and me and my Chinese teacher, yeah, we got along because, yeah, we're Asians. And when she heard the news that Owen called me the C word, yeah, oh, she was mad. So what the principal and vice principal and yeah, yeah, the grade 8, yeah, the arts and history teacher said, yeah, forced Owen to write this apology notes, and handwritten. I know Owen. yeah, I know he probably he switched to the Catholic board because yeah, he probably wanted to like be in like the sporty stuff like everyone else did. And he said he regretted it. He didn't know what it meant. But yeah, so I told him like, yeah, don't do that ever again. And I hope he'd probably like he come across it like some Asians, and he'll probably remember back in to that memory when what he said to me, and he'll try to be more respectful to any Asian, whatever like job he has, wherever like he goes, every time he come across as an Asian, just be respectful to them because no Asian culture, yeah, it is everywhere. No, no, no Asians outside Asia. Yeah, we had to like go to like our own supermarket, our own restaurant, places that an Asian person owns for like work. But now it's everywhere now. Like you can find Asian products in any grocery store. People are working anywhere in any like field. And people are asking, trying to ask the smart one that they're trying to like ask like if they ever come across like also a fellow Korean like me and Dabin, like how do you say like hello or like bye, like how much, so the basic general term, well, someone like the college level jokesters, pranksters, you're doing, but they're doing better now. Yeah, they were trying to ask about how do you say this cuss word in your language. But I had to tell them every time, like, no, what an English cuss word is not like the same cuss word. It's just like the not the clean word to say it. And us Koreans, yeah, we have our own swear words, but it's more like severe, and yeah, we don't like to say it, but it's only between adults, and we don't like to swear, so in Korean swear words. And I'm sure China, they have theirs, and Japan, they have theirs. And I know like what Japan, they have their special word toward the Koreans, which goes back to like the old Korea days, when Korea was a whole country, before Japan colonized it, and then United States and Soviet Union. present day Russia showed up and divided it in half. Yeah, there's a certain word, I'm not going to say it, but only the Japanese people know. And they don't want to say it, but because even Japan, they like our Korean products way better than the same products that they do have in their country, like roasted seaweed and some other special products that unique to the so every time they come and go doing like business trips or tourist trips in their luggage bag, that they'll always smuggle stuff they bought. And just some countries, they just don't have like enough of the like the history because the Americas they were founded by the indigenous tribes before the, the Spanish people colonized it, and and then the French showed up, and they were and over in Canada they were just doing like basic trading, and some immigrants they were doing like farming by the St. Lawrence River because you need water because if you want to grow crops. And some British people at the old times they were just exchanging like what the indigenous people they did what they did best like beaver pelts and deer skin, and so what the British people had so it was kind of like an exchange. This is way before currency became a thing, and then the British colonized, and then the United States became a country, and then Canada became a country. But just the history is just too short because this comes from mostly United States because Dabin, yeah, born in South Korea, just like me. Yeah, lived in Toronto and then moved to Montreal, and then he now lives in Denver, Colorado, the same city DJ Elenium lives. because only in the history books, Chinese people they were used for making the railway from Pacific coast and while the on the eastern side they were making this railway and the Chinese foreign workers they were paid less. When World War II happened and Imperial Japan they were colonizing Eastern Asia, including Pacific Coast countries. They were attacking them, slaughtering the men and raping the women. And only the United States and Canada they had this. They only got in the Pacific War because Vancouver Island for Canada they got bombed and on the United States Pearl Harbor was bombed. So that's when that was the only that in the history books for that reason. So basically everything else is now in their history books and they think it's their war, but it was just a fight for freedom and the Canadians they did more to help free the Eastern Asians and get their countries back in order. And they didn't have to boast about it while USA they did less work, but they still act like they did it was they did oh we did a lot. And during that time United States the president right before Harry Truman they had this idea that anyone who's Japanese American should be put in concentration camps. So they were the jobs were taken. They were shoved in these concentration camps. Not like Nazi camps. But even though Harry Truman, when he was president of the United States, he ended this concentration camp. Japanese Americans, they could never get their jobs back, and they had to start all the way from square one. And Unfortunately, Canada and Mexico they also had followed along. Although Canada they did apologize and they may have got their jobs back. We don't know, but Mexico don't know about that. But only like one Japanese family they got their farm back because all those businesses that were run by Japanese immigrants they were stolen and run by whites and blacks and browns. It was just unfair for them. They just heard like the American dream excuse and but look how the Japanese immigrants they were treated, and also the Koreatown riot. Yeah, oh the Korean community in they'll know about that one. It was the brown people who were lazy in Los Angeles. They start picked a fight with hardworking Korean immigrants and the Koreatown riot happened and the police to get involved. So it was like basically brown versus Korean. But what Donald Trump did, yeah, that's currently one of the worst. Just as bad as the concentration camps and the name calling. So any original like Asians and second generation Asians, they need to know that whatever country background you are, be proud of who you are. Learn your culture. Learn as much as possible because there are people in the Americas who are too stupid. Well, there are people who they are curious and they want to learn. So go teach those people about your culture. So they understand what's going on. And any Asian supporters, please, please, and thank you for standing up for your fellow Asian communities all across the globe. Because it's not just happening in Americas, it's also happening in like the Europe and also Pacific Coast. Because if you do not respect someone's culture, you should not have a right to try their food or watch their entertainment or technology or whatever they made. And the Korean standpoint, yeah, South Korea, that it was a poor country, and then it became a first world country. They leveled up. They make vehicles. They made technology like the TV, the smartphone, the smartphone technology brought by Samsung. That also they also gave the blueprint to LG and Google Pixel. And the entertainment that you may be watching, like Parasite and The King's Warden. And there's also exclusive Korean only. There like the TV show, the movie that all Korean cast, all first generation, no second generation, and but if there is someone of like a different racial background, if they're like a European or uh, a different Asian person, or it maybe it's like an African person from Africa, from an African country, but they speak. They have learned the history and they're on this talk show. Yeah, and we do have these talk shows where there's always there just one person of a different background. They understand and learn the culture. So if people from foreigners, if they immigrate they to countries by learning their history and their history goes like way back when the Americas didn't exist. When certain Asian countries didn't exist, it was all ruled under China. Japan didn't have a language. King Sejong invented the Korean language, but it was different. And it was vertical, not horizontal, like current Korean language. It's the same design how it was like on Nongshim's Shinramen vertical. So if you're like a big fan of a certain of a country, whatever came out of a certain country, and if you met someone from that country, get along with that person, have a chat. Because the unity between different cultures it's better than division because race divided people, gender divided people, religion divided people. Let's try to end that and respect each other's culture.